Everything is on fire and people are dying. Yeah. Right. So, one thing that I should mention here, just because I happened to notice it, is looking at Siri's character sheet. Somehow she has full health again.
Oh, sorry. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah. So okay.
I
Cool.
also didn't go up my hit point max.
Yeah. Do the
Should have
thing.
that.
Anyway, yeah, everything's on fire and people are dying. Uh, last time we left off, the group decided to stop for a night's rest alongside Ataz Yukulwazi, uh, a place that turns out was home to a young red dragon that took notice of you guys as you woke up, and you know, decided to do hunting ground things in its hunting ground. And so, swooping down on the lot of you with very little notice, it caught Lucius, Cyrene, and Azaka in its fiery breath, KOing Lucius and Cyrene. And yeah, we were kind of like right in the middle of combat when I basically said, "All right, guys, I don't think I want to make this life or death situation for Nico's character. So let's call it there and pick things up next week." And guess what? It's next week.
And now I get to decide if Groilmod lives or dies.
Yeah, pretty much. So all this being the case, two of your friends being on the ground, smoldering. Uh, Groilmod, what do you do?
I will use my bonus action to put Hunter's Mark on it. I'm going to use one of my actions to put Slayer's Prey on it.
Can we go back to
And
the
then
combat map, too?
Nah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my Slayer's Prey and Hunter's Mark bow macro and see how much damage I do.
I want to say you already Hunter's marked it.
No, he hasn't done anything this combat.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
I specifically said I am not gonna
I
do
thought
this.
he did it as it was coming up, though.
I don't think so.
No? Okay. Might have been the last one, then.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he did use that stuff last combat.
Okay.
Okay. So, altogether, that is what we got. 10...
17?
17 points of damage. Okay.
And I'm going to use my Fury of the Small to deal an additional 5 damage.
Okay.
Make it a nice 22.
22. All right. So, yeah, Gromad, there's probably like that moment of, okay, what's our goblin friend doing? He stares up at the dragon. Maybe an outsider would wonder, is he thinking about running? No, he is focusing in and finding his target as he takes a shot on the dragon and yeah, does a fair bit of damage. All right. So
I'm going to move real quick, just like right over here. Let's get a
okay.
little distance between Fib and I.
Okay. Cool. So then, Lucius.
I smolder.
Oh.
Okay. That's one fail.
Yep.
All right.
Great use of a turn.
Okay. Fib is gonna run on over here, and I'm going to do a big cure wounds.
Okay.
Poof. That's so low. Why is that so low?
It's 15. That's pretty good.
Okay. Well, you get 15.
Both
What?
of us? Who?
Just
Just you.
Tyranny.
I don't have
Okay.
I don't have anything special. I just have a cure wounds.
Why don't you have 20-foot reach?
And then I'm going to use Blessing of the Raven Queen to get away. First, I'm gonna go. I'll go over 5 feet left, so I'll go here, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, yeah, and then I'll poof over here, with my teleporting thing.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. So, yeah, this thing is far enough up that Azaka can't really engage melee-wise, but decisions. I think she is going to. She's gonna keep kind of spreading the field, I guess. So she'll head over this way, take a couple shots, and seeing that Tyranny just got pulled up, I guess she's kind of hoping for the cleric to do cleric things. She's gonna take a couple longbow shots though. So we've got 1, 2. I don't think that second one hits, but yeah, first one does. Chipping away at the dragon's scales. All right, Tyranny, it is your turn.
I am going to take 2 steps over to this poor unconscious person
Okay.
and cast. Can I use my 3rd level spells now?
Yeah, anything that you have post level up, feel free.
I am going to cast Cure Wounds at level 2.
Two.
That is worse.
I
I
mean,
tried my
it's
best.
still more than 0.
So now you have 9.
I am alive, so that's I smolder a little less.
You're at about what, half health?
Third.
Now I just
A third.
now I just hope that your health isn't low enough that you insta die the next time you get hit.
It
I mean, if you
goes
get
by
hit
your
with a
total
72
max.
again.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm resistant, so it's never.
It,
Yeah, actually-
it could have been beneficial for one of you to stay unconscious to just take a death save.
So this is the cliff and this is the woods. Are there woods?
So I didn't see your second ping, but
To the right of me.
like basically this is all on the it's atop the cliff. The whole thing is.
Okay. But where are the woods?
If you're trying to run away, you'd probably want to run to the east.
Right, this way.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 steps that way. And
How are you getting that much movement when you started your turn prone?
oh, I'm gonna take 1 step that way,
Okay.
and I get a bonus action. That's gonna be it. I can't really do anything with my bonus action.
Okay. Well, then I guess it's the dragon's turn. Who, for those of you wondering about a certain D6 roll, rolled a 2.
Yay!
And so he has to think of something more creative to do than just belch fire all over everybody.
Poor dragon.
So I think Hmm. Going to use his ridiculous fly speed to fly. Let's see. So it's 35 horizontal and then another 25 down. So that's a total of 60 traveled. To get down within melee range of Groilmod, who dealt him a pretty serious blow last turn. And he's going to use his multi-attack.
How rude.
So, let's see what we got here. First, he leads with his teeth, trying to bite down on Groilmod. That is a...
Very loud thunder.
Yes, it is a very loud thunder. Okay. So it is 21 to hit.
Hits.
All right. So then you take 15 points of piercing damage
Okay.
plus 2 points of fire damage.
Okay.
As the raw heat in this thing's mouth just like kind of scalds the flesh a little. But then he's not done. So a couple claw attacks. First one is a 14.
Misses.
All right. Second one is a 14.
Weirdly hits. No, also misses. Very good.
Okay, cool. And I think he's gonna risk the opportunity attack and ascend 20 feet. With the
Alright.
rest of his fly speed.
Then I will use my Yicklewa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Ooh.
nice.
All right.
So yeah, as the thing bites at you and then claws, but maybe can't quite reach you, and turns around. You stick it on the way out, and yeah. Okay. Excellent. So the dragon's back up at about 20 feet. And Thorv, it's your turn.
All right, seeing that we're fighting this, I guess I'll come back. And then throw Ice Knife at it.
All right.
So that's about the only thing I have that can reach into the air.
Okay, so that's a dex save.
Why we are fighting this, I have no idea.
That is a 5 on the dex save.
Because the people who like to fight took their turn, is why.
Pretty much.
Well, those are crappy rolls. Great.
Look, Groilmod can't leave his tribe behind.
Also,
Oh, we're his tribe.
I know.
so I do need a ranged spell attack for that ice knife.
Yep. Nope.
All right, so just 3 points of cold then. Yeah, okay, that's something.
Please don't roll one again while we're fighting a dragon, okay?
That is the most one of the best places to roll a 1 though.
Yeah, I already rolled 2 ones fighting this dragon.
Okay.
And a 3.
Well, oh
Doing
boy.
great.
Stop
Get
it.
a new
Killing
d20.
All right, cool. So Gromod, what you doing?
All right, Groilmod's going to move right here. And he's going to attack with the bow. Oof.
Yeah,
Big
so
oof.
13 is not gonna do it. So I think you line up the shot all right, and like you hit the dragon, but it just can't pierce through the scales. Tough hide.
All right, so I'm going to go for a second longbow shot.
Okay.
That looks
19's
a
gonna
little
do
better.
it. Yeah.
It's 12 damage.
12 points of damage. Not bad. Okay. Cool. Yeah, and the dragon kind of recoils a little bit with that shot. Like you're actually you seem to be making a decent dent with your attacks, Gromod. Okay. Cool. And I assume that's it?
I mean, I heard
It is.
I will hurt it.
Oh, you know what? So I misread Slayer's Prey. It doesn't take effect until I do damage the first time in a round, or actually hit the first time in a round. So I'm gonna roll a d6
Ah.
real quick.
Yep.
Extra 2.
Okay. Cool. All right. So then that will bring us to Lucius.
All right, so I'm going to shakily stand to my feet, and I will look around and find Stratos, and I'm gonna point at him, and you just see me It looks like I cast a spell it's just a black beam at Stratos. He turns all black and just goes straight for the dragon. And I am going to cast Vampiric Touch on the dragon using Stratos.
I see.
And he just turns black and stays that way. It's concentration for a minute. So I can continuously cast that.
Okay. So let's see. So it looks like the range on Vampiric Touch is self. Can you do that through a familiar?
Yes, I can cast anything that has a touch cast.
That's different from self.
Hang on, let me see. I don't know. It's a good question. That's a weird one here. I'll post this. When I cast a spell with a range of touch, I can deliver the spell as if I had cast it.
Uh-huh.
And what's weird is it says self, but it's a touch. If that's
right.
not the
Okay,
case,
let me look at the actual like original text for Vampiric Touch. Cuz that's really
yeah, that's a weird one.
Yeah. So I mean like okay. The range isn't touch, it's self, which is different. So unfortunately that's not a thing.
Okay, that's straight from Roll20, so good job, Roll20. So it's probably a range of touch, right?
No, it's a range of self.
It's a range of self?
Yes, Vampiric Touch, the range is self. It says it on the roll that you just made, that 15.
Right. Now my Shocking Grasp, which is another touch spell,
Right.
it has a range of touch, not self.
Right, that's
Yeah,
because
there's two
Vampiric
different
Touch
things.
doesn't have a range of touch, it has a range of self.
All right, then I will not Vampiric Touch. I will not do any of that because that spell is retarded. It doesn't. It's dumb. So I guess I'm just gonna get up, cast Expeditious Retreat on myself, and I'm fucking running.
Okay.
So redact that. I'm running.
Okay.
So to the east, you said is the trees.
Yeah.
All right, I'm off map.
Yeah, how far did you move?
It's let's see. So that basically allows me to dash with my bonus action.
Okay. Cool. So, Fib, your turn as Lucius just ran off into the woods.
Okay, but the dragon looks like maybe we could take him.
Possibly. So like I would say the dragon looks bloodied at this point.
I feel like we could take him. Okay, so he's 20 feet in the air, which means I gotta get pretty close because mine is 30. So I'll just do that. And then I'm gonna cast Bane on him.
Ooh.
I don't know if he needs to make a save.
I believe he does. He needs to make a
Charisma save.
charisma save. That is an 18.
Fine. He did make my save.
Okay.
And I don't have anything that's good for bonus action, so I'm gonna retreat a little bit. What did I move? 10? I'll just move right here.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So yeah, Azaka is going to keep some distance between her and everybody, seeing scorched land where Cyrene and Lucius were a moment ago, and she was, for that matter. And yeah, longbow twice. Pew and pew, both hit. There we go. Okay, so a couple more arrows come flying out from amongst the trees and bushes over that way, and both find their mark on the dragon. Cyrene, your turn.
Okay, dokie. Let's see here. Now that I am how far away from the dragon?
So it's 20 feet up plus whatever you measure.
Okay. I'm not too far away. What kind of noise?
I mean, I guess if you want to do some very elementary, it's actually a little bit less than 20 plus 35, but
Yeah, it
however you
is.
want to work it out.
Okay, thunder damage.
Thunder damage.
Okay, I am going to cast Shatter on it
Okay.
at level 3,
Okay.
but I don't have my channel divinity, unfortunately.
All right.
But I rolled real well.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. Okay, con save for the dragon.
It probably is good con, but
Possibly.
why did it only? Oh, 'cause I rolled a 3, so it's 23.
Okay. So that's a 20 on the save.
Okay, so 11 damage.
All right. Cool. Anything else?
Mm-hmm. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. Cool. And that's it?
Yep.
All right. So now, 'tis the dragon's turn. All right. So let's see here. I guess what the dragon will do
Is it stormy?
in game or here?
In game.
Valid point. I don't think I actually rolled for that because we just jumped right into the combat thing. Nope, it's dry and sunny.
Damn it! How the fuck is it dry and sunny?
Oh my god, fire attacks do more damage in these kind of conditions. Oh wait, this isn't Pokemon, that's right.
Despite the in-depth conversation we had about Pokemon pregame, this is unfortunately not the case. Okay. So right. Just surveying some options here. All right. So the dragon, where it is gonna head up about 10 feet, and then it's going to do a quick kind of pass over this way. Actually, we want to be like right here, and you see it look down toward the ground and inhale deeply. And I think I'm gonna need some saving throws. I'm gonna need dex saves from Groilmod and Thorv.
You better pass these. Damn it.
You passed
Whoa.
them. Good job.
I had advantage, right? Because I'm small and behind some trees.
That's
That makes
definitely
sense to
how
me.
that works. Yeah.
Partial cover.
He dodged real good when he.
Okay.
He done
Let's,
dodged.
let's see
He
how
made
this
a
goes.
dodge.
Okay. So both of you, having failed your saves, are gonna take
Please don't die.
54 points of damage.
It's better.
Oof.
But it's not 70 something.
Yeah, that's not gonna
Yeah.
kill. That's not,
Not
gonna kill
72.
either of them.
Are they? Oh, I just have low HP.
They're probably gonna be KO'd, but it's not gonna kill them outright.
Gromod is in
Yeah.
fact unconscious.
Now I have to spend my action going over there and helping them.
It barely
Although-
killed me. Barely knocked me out.
Becca, are you just within range? You have healing word.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Man, why would you take such a dumb spell as healing
Yeah,
word?
I know.
Right?
I never said that.
Yes, you did!
I said you should have healing word and cure wounds. Whatever.
Okay. But yeah, so the dragon does that. And
Dragon is rude as heck.
after doing so is
Oh, no.
going to wheel around and let's see.
Leave me alone. God, I'm so glad this dragon doesn't have legendary actions.
There
We'd
you
be
go.
so dead.
Okay. Thorv, make a death save.
What? Where'd it go?
Flew up top.
Top. Went north.
Oh, okay. I couldn't see it. I thought he just disappeared.
Stealth dragon, engage.
I was like, the fucking dragon just teleported away.
It's got that stealth drive.
Okay.
Just imagine how much XP
that's
we
it.
get if we kill it.
That is a fail.
Yeah, that is one fail for Thorv.
Can you
Gromod.
not fail, please?
Hey.
Success.
I haven't been rolling good today.
Yeah, you need to get a new D20. Gromod doesn't
Okay.
have any healing, does he?
Gromod's
No.
KO'd.
Well, no, I know, but
All right, just thinking like chain reaction heal again.
yeah.
Okay, so Lucius, he's still running.
How far away am I from Cyrenny?
Well, how far did you go on your turn?
Well, I would have cast the spell, and then I would have been able to go probably 60 feet.
Okay, so yeah, you're not too far. You're probably we'll say like 10 feet. 10 feet off map. So,
Okay, so-
20-ish.
I'm gonna go another 10 feet away, turn around, and I'm gonna say, Cyrenny, get them up, let's go. And I'm going to instead cast haste on Cyrenny. And she doesn't have to continuously be within 30 feet of me, right? I just have to cast it within 30 feet, and then I can keep going. Right?
Correct.
So I'm going to cast haste on Cyrenny, and I'm going to keep going. And that drops my expeditious retreat, but that's fine. I'm just going to run.
Okay.
So
Alright.
Cyrenny is hasted. Would that second action, could she cast a heal spell? Or no?
So she could cast a heal spell with her normal action that she already has, but then I think there are constraints on
Dash.
see.
Oh, dash.
action can be used to
Yeah.
attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object.
So she could use a health potion on somebody, possibly.
Yeah, or if she needs the extra mobility, she could use it to dash and get to somebody
Well,
she needs to save. Like
yeah.
there's some options.
Okay, so but you have a 60-foot movement too.
Yep, cool.
So
All right.
yeah.
Well then,
Stratos is gonna kind of start heading my direction too.
sounds good.
Oh, I can move him. I'll put him over here by Cyrenny.
Cool. Fib.
Run. Thorv, no, be awake again. Dun. Poof. And Thorb shakes or Fib shakes your shoulders. Like, get up! Except she uses her voice, not mine. And then what?
I was gonna say, I assume a centipede like crawls up your arm like onto Thor.
Yeah, she gives you a centipede for good luck, and she's like, keep that safe. And then she, I guess, runs back away. Hang on. 5, 10, 15, 20. I think I only have like 10 feet left. So, moves right
Okay.
there. Whew.
Cool. All right. So then, Zaka
Urzaka.
takes a couple shots. Okay, one of them hits. Another arrow sticks in the side of the dragon. And Sirenny, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Run. I am going to. Okay, so I have. My speed is doubled, so I get 60, right?
Yep.
Correct.
And I have 2 actions.
Correct. One of which is like your normal action that some constraints.
Okay, so I'm gonna move 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to.
That was
You're-
30, wasn't it?
Yeah, I have 60 feet. I moved 30.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
I am going to cure wounds.
Okay.
With your regular action.
Yeah. 1 second, I mean. At level 2. Onto Royal Mod. Oh, that's 11. I'm going to tell him to get on my back. So I don't know if he can use a reaction to jump on my back.
You could probably use your hasted action to, like, grab him.
That could certainly be a thing.
Yeah.
If you want.
So I will wake him up, put him on my back, and then I have another 30 feet, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Seriously, fucking hightailing it out of there.
As long as Goromod wants to get on my back, I guess. I'm not gonna force him. But
I mean, Gromod's fairly determined to fight this dragon, but understands and will go with.
Groma just like on the back of Sirenny firing fucking arrows at the dragon.
Standing on her shoulders.
I mean, if he wants to,
Mounted.
he can.
Yes.
I might have
I
to go.
have advantage on dex saving throws.
There you go. Okay, so yeah, that was a busy turn. All right.
All right, dragon, we lined up for you.
I was considering not waking up Goromod, because of that, but
Okay, so let's see. Let's see how this thing goes. All right. So the dragon is going to fly quite some distance. It actually goes all the way over, actually like 10 feet off map, and is flying back across the gorge.
If he flees from us, we still get the XP though, right? He's clearly fleeing because we're powerful.
I think he's
I mean,
just.
you've done more than half of his health, so you know it's getting to a point where he's like, all right, is this worth it anymore?
I don't know.
I just
Gromod,
wanted
the
breakfast.
Dragon Half Slayer. I don't know that that's a good name.
Yeah.
And actually, yeah, since he doesn't have fire breath to incinerate Azaka, and he doesn't feel like really stopping and like staying involved, he's gonna dash, and so he's like 90 feet off the edge of the cliff.
Huh.
I fucking hate this dragon.
So
I'm sure Stratos
yeah.
would have alerted me that he's fucking taken off. That something weird
Yeah,
is
sure.
going on. So, I'm gonna stop and start coming back, and I will, if I can see Sirenny in time, I'm gonna message her and say, "Hey, the dragon's fleeing. You're good." If not, like if she zips by, I'll just try to yell at her. But I don't wanna. I don't want to yell to alert the dragon or to for any reason to bring the dragon back. If I can.
Yeah,
help
okay.
it.
Well, if you tell me that, then I'm gonna tell Groil Mod that.
Yeah, that it's fleeing.
I feel like those can be free actions.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
And realistically, like at this exact moment in time, there's not really a threat, so we're kind of in pseudo RP mode right now.
So I'll walk over to Sirenny and I'll say, by the way, the spell I cast on you has a little repercussion with it.
Am I still hasted?
We're not getting out of combat right now, are we?
Well, that depends.
though? I can still reach the
I
dragon.
can still attack the dragon at disadvantage, even though it's over 200 away.
Wait, am
Longbow
I...
has a range up to 600.
Yeah. So I mean, by all means.
Well, all right. So is Thorb doing anything?
I don't think I can reach him.
All right. Disadvantage on the first one does not hit. 15.
Nope.
All right. Well, I tried.
Okay.
Am I still hasted?
That's a Lucius question.
I mean, I'm keeping concentration for it on it the whole time. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Tell me when it's my turn next.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. So like Gromod shoots. I guess like seeing Gromod shooting, Azaka's gonna shoot a couple round. Fire a couple shots. Just to, I don't know, break its spirit or whatever. But she misses too. Okay. So yeah, I mean, if nobody else has anything they want to do, Sirenny would probably get a chance to do something in here.
Okay. So where's the edge of the cliff?
Basically picture it like 10 feet off map to the left.
Okay, and how far away is the dragon from that?
From the very edge, like 80 or 90 feet.
Okay. So basically I need to run to the edge and then he'll be in range.
Depends on what your range is.
120.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so haste I get my speed, so I get 60. My dash, is my dash 60? Because my speed
Yeah.
is doubled? So I can
Yep.
run 120.
Yep.
So I can run all the way to the edge, and then he's about 110 feet away.
Yeah, something like that. Like, still in range.
Okay. Is Gromod still on my back?
I don't know. Is Gromod still on her back?
Yes.
Okay, we run all the way over here. And I'm going to cast one of my new spells, Call Lightning.
Fancy. All right. So on this beautiful sunny day in Chult, one that is devoid of storms and rain and shitty weather,
Which is
suddenly,
really unfortunate.
Nary a cloud in sight.
yeah, suddenly, there are in fact clouds in sight.
I'm gonna have this output on. Okay.
Ooh. How could I have gotten to the edge or close to it? Because I just realized I have a thing that I could do. I guess-
Well, since
You
you're
can
not
start.
like, yeah, you're not expedited anymore, so you probably couldn't get all the way there, but you could get close, close-ish.
like 110 close-ish.
I mean, you'd have to get to the edge of the map.
No.
Which I could barely do. With
Yeah,
haste.
never mind. then.
Right. But yeah, so the dragon rolls a 7 on that dex save.
Okay. 14 points of damage.
Okay.
So the cylinder is 10 feet tall with a 60-foot radius.
Uh-huh.
So I would have cast it right on the edge, so if he continues flying away from us, he flies through the entirety of the storm.
Okay.
I love Sirenny.
All right. So yeah, lightning strikes the dragon, and it like kind of wobbles in the air, but it's still going. You have not downed it.
I love picturing this big dragon wobbling in the air.
Which it's if it was raining, I would get an extra 1d10.
Hmm.
Just make it be raining then. You're magical.
It is raining, but I had
Then-
to make my own storm.
Okay.
instead
Is
of
it
taking
is it gonna
control.
slow it down at all? This is a lot of text, and I don't feel like reading all of it.
No, it's just a storm. Unless Eric decides a storm will slow it down.
Probably not.
Shoot. I feel like this dragon probably flies faster than I walk, so.
It has an 80-foot fly speed and it's dashing.
You know what?
Okay.
That is faster than I walk.
I know the dragon's about to move, so I'm gonna need you to tell me how far away it is at the end of that.
At the end, okay. So you guys are currently 110, and then it's going to move another 160, so that puts it at 270.
Okay.
Wait, if it was 110, Gromod wouldn't have had disadvantage then.
I fired before it was 110.
Yeah, he
Oh,
fired from
okay.
across the map.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, wrong tool. I need to move to where Cyrene is.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. But yeah, so you can certainly continue firing. I'm just gonna scoot the dragon down so we can see everybody's token.
Okay. I'm about to do some real wild stuff now.
I'm excited.
So first, I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals for one of my actions,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm going to jump off the cliff and fire my longbow at the dragon. After I loose my arrow, I will yell, "Blue boy!"
Can Blue Boy fly?
I hope so. I guess I assumed already that he did. But if Goromon knows he does not fly, then he's not
there-
jumping off this
there-
cliff.
There's been no demonstration of Blue Boy flying.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's like an emu.
I've only interacted with Blue Boy like twice.
An ostrich. Yeah.
A dodo with a
Basically,
sharp mouth.
He's an ostrich with a really tough, like, beak.
Okay, well then I'm not jumping off the cliff, but I will still fire. I'm not
Okay.
even gonna cast Speak with the Animals, clearly.
Alright. Yeah.
Alright, so I'll just do this.
All right.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Okay.
That one will hit.
Yeah.
So that's 19 damage on that one.
Ooh. All
Crit
right.
damage,
And my
1.
second attack.
Oh!
Of course.
What?
17 damage on the second one.
Okay. So yeah, 2 shots just whipped out one after the next. Let's
So
see.
36 damage.
All right. So you see like each of your shots, one of them like hits a wing, and it almost looks as though the dragon it's struggling to stay aloft, but it is still alive at the moment.
Oh.
You know what? Okay, so that's 2 turns, right? Like 2 unofficial turns?
Yeah, we're on the second.
Okay.
Yeah, so like so Azaka's
I'm,
gonna take
I'm
a
the
couple
top
shots.
of the second.
I wanna get, whoops, here, within 30 feet of Groilmod, and
Okay.
I'm going to use my second 3rd level spell to cast Haste on Groilmod instead. So
Ooh.
it fades from Cyrene. Sorry, Cyrene.
You do know we're at the edge of the cliff, right?
Well, it gives an extra action, which I think is what his thought is here.
Yeah, it's gonna give him 2 extra shots, I think.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So yeah,
Can I
Azaka.
give them an inspiration?
yeah.
I'll be walking my
Nice.
way over there.
Nice. Yeah, Azaka fires a couple shots, but they both seem to miss. Just the distance, and firing through the storm and all that stuff.
So I guess
yeah.
what's funny is like you'll see Gromod just fire, and then he's just fire. He just like doubles his attacks.
I do have an action for my turn too.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah,
Lethargy.
you just lost your haste.
Mm-hmm.
and so you are all lethargic and stuff.
So I can't have a turn.
I believe that is the thing. Can't move or take actions until after your next turn. Yep.
Damn it. He's
Sorry.
gonna be out of my range for my next turn.
However, we'll say, yeah, everybody's gotten to do a thing. So the dragon's gonna keep going. So it was at 270 before. It is now at
Like 5 something.
430 feet away.
Not a problem for.
Groilmod cares not
Yeah.
about your puny distances.
Says the tiny
Puny
goblin.
430 feet.
Yeah. Royalmon has a D8 for himself.
All right.
Okay. Thorv, were you gonna fire anything off?
I can't
Dimension
reach
door or something?
No.
I can't reach him.
Okay,
Definitely not doing that over a cliff, but even if I could.
that's fair. Okay. So I have how many actions?
You would have 2 actions.
Well, I have 2 actions base level. Haste gives me
This
one
would
more.
Well, wait. You get
No, you have 2
2 attacks per
I have 2
action.
attacks. That's true.
Right.
So you would get
Yeah.
4 attacks total. Because you
Okay.
get 2 actions.
Nice.
Perfect.
So yes, I essentially doubled your
Okay.
DPS.
For oh
Yeah.
my god.
Oh.
Okay. So
No crit.
11,
yeah, that's
13.
13. Okay. All right. So yeah, first shot, you just pull it back, let the arrow soar, and it's one of those moments like
Time slows down.
the arrow is like almost invisible by the time you think it hits, maybe, and you start like second guessing yourself. And then the dragon starts to nosedive down into the gorge.
It's not getting up after it impales himself, so.
So yeah, that's the thing. This place, Ataz Yikalwazi, since I know Nico wasn't here to hear the full description last time, it is a valley filled with black stone spikes that jut up out of the ground, made of volcanic rock. So as the dragon careens downward, it's on a collision course with one of these like massive 50-foot high black spires jutting out of the ground, and you see the like a lick of flame kind of trail out of its mouth as it just kind of finally goes limp, and you can hear, even from your vantage point several hundred feet away, just this
Beautiful.
Yay! We killed the scourge of Yaz, whatever. Yeah.
Yikawasi.
Taz Yukulwazi.
Yeah.
yeah.
Can we get to it?
Isn't it at the top of a 50-foot spike?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm like, we could climb.
Well, more to
So
the
you'd have to
point,
climb down, and then you'd have to climb up, because it's
Yeah.
down in the gorge, but then it's on this big tall spire thing.
More to the point, what direction did the dragon come at us from?
The same direction in which it fled, the west.
Might we take a small detour to the west and see if we can find its lair? Because I'm sure there's all kinds of cool stuff there.
Yeah, let's do that.
Red dragons.
And I mean,
Stork.
we've already killed it, so we might as well claim its prizes.
But if it has silver.
I'll take anything.
What?
we can-
No.
Becca. Why do you care more about silver than gold?
Because I have a spell that needs
What spell?
100 silver.
It needs 100 silver?
100 gold worth of silver.
Oh, it's annoying.
Powder.
What spell?
Let me look it up.
No, Becca!
I didn't take it because I don't have it.
Oh.
Magic circle.
Oh.
Magic circle. Wow, that must be the spell Booyah was talking about.
You know, where I can make a circle and we can stand in it and undead can't come in it.
Yeah.
So,
I
did-
have a little hut now that we can set up.
Is it Liamon's?
Yeah, it is.
I do too. Oh, wait, you took it too? Fuck.
Yeah!
Well, we can just have 2 really great houses.
Yeah.
You can have like the best tent. can be
I
like-
listened. I listened to a podcast where someone used it and he made it to have. Or maybe it was a different spell. I don't know. But he made a big mansion with a bunch of slaves in
That's a
it who
different
would
one.
jerk off
that is
for
one.
you.
That's Maximilian's Magnificent Mansion, I believe.
Yes, that is.
They called it the jerk off
Or is it
hut.
Mordenkainen's? It's Mordenkainen's. Anyway, I hope you don't mind I took the
Cut
liberty
out
of
a lot.
updating Groil Mod's name.
There you go.
Nice. Okay. So. Yeah, what's the plan then? You want to scale the side of Ataz Yakawazi, get down into the gorge, and
No.
What?
No?
We don't
I
want to
don't.
find the lair?
I want to find the
Oh,
lair.
find
I
the
don't.
lair, yes.
But we can we walk around the gorge, or do we have to go down the gorge?
so I will bring you back to the map of Chilt to show you more or less what you are looking at.
Before we start wandering off, can we take a short rest?
No, we just woke up. Don't be a baby.
Let's take a short rest.
Yeah, I could definitely use some hit dice.
I didn't get hit at all,
Hint,
so I don't know
hint.
what you guys are talking.
Thor,
Oh,
can you do back
If
your
only somebody could help with hit dice.
Yay! Do you want me to play my pan flute for you?
I very much would like that, because I need every little bit I
Yay.
could get.
Well, I didn't even remember it because I never get to use it.
What do we
Okay.
get with your pan flute?
You get a. I think I have to roll.
I think it's a D8.
Oh, just you get a D6.
Or it's a D6, that's right.
A D8 at 9th.
Oh.
Do you roll it, or do we roll it?
We roll it, I believe. Because it's...
It says you get a D8. So
You mean
each creature, yeah, it's 6. Each creature regains an extra 1d6 hit points. Yeah. So what the? Why does that look so weird? That D10 is so oddly shaped.
36, 45.
What were you asking me, Becca?
That'll bring me full. I was saying that then Thorf can give you back your centipede.
Oh, yeah. She can have that.
Viv takes it back and caresses it, makes sure it's okay. It is. And she puts it back with her other ones.
She slightly
Which
trusts
is on her
Thorf
phone.
more.
What? What do you say? I trust Thorpe more?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
You
he
took-
kept my my thing safe.
Your thing.
I was reading the song title and I was very distracted. It's not my fault Eric keeps choosing music that's in a broad renewed. Actually, I don't think this is. It just sounded like it though. Oh my god! My god! My blankets on my bed just started moving. I didn't know the cat was in them. It scared me. She was completely under them. They just started moving, and her head popped out.
Turns out the symbols of protection in your room just aren't enough. Ghosts are gonna get you.
Man, I'm gonna get got by a ghost someday.
All right. So, an hour or so later.
Were we
Which is filled by beautiful pan flute sounds.
Oh, I'm gonna use that time to do a thing too, since I can.
Not the thing.
It's
What?
not a
You're
huge
doing
deal.
a thing?
I'm doing that.
Okay.
Show off. Not all of us can just get spells back.
So equal to or less than half rounded up. So, oh, it's only 2 second level spells, right? Still, I couldn't do a third, or could I?
You can choose expended spell slots to recover. Spell slots can have a combined level that is equal to or less than half your wizard level, rounded up.
So
Okay.
6, 3.
So I can do
So
a
you
third.
have. Well, you can
We're
do
level 5.
ones or level 2 and a level 1.
Could I do a level 3?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's what I was wondering. All right, so I'm gonna
Okay.
do my level 3.
Cool.
Oh.
All right.
No one died, and we're gonna get all the XP.
Yeah, nobody died, but a lot of people came close. Like, how many people were KO'd in that fight at some point?
4 of
4?
us? Yeah.
4? Yeah.
And then whatever Azaka had left, because I know she was probably looking pretty rough.
But
Not
we were
as rough
all
as
up
you'd
by
think.
the end of it, there was only one death saving throw.
There were a couple, but
Yeah, there were at least 2 that I remember.
yeah.
3, because there were 2 failures and a success.
Yep.
Oh
We
yeah.
still did good.
Yep. And we killed a dragon. Well, Grandma killed a dragon, but
I had a little help.
Can
A little.
can we like harvest the dragon and get stuff for its like?
Well, if you want to start climbing like 50
Yeah.
feet up in the air, that's fine.
Okay,
I'm not
if
going
we
down
if
there.
I climb 20 feet in the air, if we take a long and I climb 20 feet in the air, I could just poof up the last 30 feet and can loot. So
But-
we can both be on top of there, chopping away at the dragon.
it's a young
Just a hack and
dragon.
whack and slashing.
Exactly.
Hack, whack, chopping that meat.
And then we can make a dragon armor and swords and stuff.
It won't be white and brilliant though, so what's
No,
even the
it's
point?
Just a young
It
red
will be-
dragon.
Beautiful race car red.
Race car red.
Yeah, like this dragon's color.
So, as you all decide to go and try and find the lair of this dragon, what's the approach? Because, like, I guess technically, if you're not going for the dragon so much as the lair, you don't necessarily need to go down into the gorge. You could circle back around to the north because you're not too far from the point where it kind of has its most significant split. Like, actually looking at the map, it's kind of deceptive because you are on the eastern side, but you could,
Circle around it.
yeah, like a day's travel would probably get you around without having to do any climbing.
Don't you guys want adventure?
I'd rather
I
just walk
want
around.
My -1 to my dex to not get me impaled.
Oh, if you die, you'll have. I'm sure your other character doesn't have a negative dex.
She actually doesn't.
There you go.
But yeah, I'm not climbing down.
Nope.
Fine.
I'm fine with the walk around.
Yeah.
I don't work well
I
with
mean,
edges.
Although
Gromod's just
actually,
on top of the world.
I do have a thing. And I guess I will share this. If we can take a long rest tonight, if I can get enough time, I can copy the fly spell over, and I will be able to make somebody fly. So I could literally just slap Fib and make her fly the next day, and she can go harvest the dragon, and the rest of us can just kind of chill.
How long does it take to harvest a dragon?
Depends on how much harvesting you want to do.
Oh, can I harvest for like however long the fly spell lasts?
Yeah, I mean, that's what, like an hour?
Fly lasts 10 minutes.
10
So,
minutes.
Oh,
so
shit.
it'd be enough to get her down there, get her
Then you
like
have to
on the
save
dragon, and
Yeah.
then. Oof.
I could stand on the dragon, hack away at it.
Yeah, but then you'd have a rough time getting back up because I have to touch you to get you to fly back up.
Well, you know what? If we're taking a long rest, if I can shimmy down 20 feet, then I can poof to the bottom.
And then she'll have to climb back up the mountain.
That's fine.
Well, I could always fly down and. Yeah, that's a lot of flying. That's a lot of casts.
We don't have to.
Alright.
What if we go to the nearest town, which I'm sure it's close, and tell them, give us gold and we'll tell you where a dragon is, where you can get all resources from.
Ah, yes, the nearest town.
The
The
nearest
humble little town of Port Nyanzaru.
Yeah, I, it's close.
Wow. Instead, when we're on our way back from back from Omu, we pick it up. That way we
Okay,
won't have
that's
to
fair.
carry it
Then it
everywhere.
will be like rotting and gross, but
And it'll just slough off.
Yeah, it'll just be easier to clean. I just want to
Can
collect
we
a
just-
dragon tooth.
yeah, we need some trophies from this. I'm gonna get two scales and make sunglasses out of it.
Well, you can probably fly to it, pull out a tooth, and then shimmy down.
Yeah, that's.
Like the worst poachers ever. I'm gonna steal this thing's skin and like make a pair of shutter shades out of it.
I mean, hey, fuck that dragon. It attacked us.
Yeah, yeah.
It is its
We
own
just-
fault.
We were defending ourselves, and then we were angry.
Groilmod killed it
Then
in the self-defense of
decided-
another.
Yeah, there you go. Then we decided YOLO and let's make some shutter shades.
Well, it's dead. We might as well use it.
How, in 10 minutes, can I rip off something for everyone to keep as a memento?
You can certainly try.
I'll go for the tooth first. Lucius wants a tooth.
I'd honestly probably send Groilmod down because he seems like he'd probably be better to harvest stuff and not.
Can you have Fib fly and she can carry Groilmod?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could do that.
Can fly work like that?
Well, actually, you know what? If anything, I'd
It
have to
seems
have.
OP. I don't.
I feel like Groilmod weighs the same amount as a backpack, so
Grow my backpack.
I don't know. I don't actually have the spell up. I have the ability. I'm gonna look it up here.
Yeah.
like Groilmod won't be able to fly. He'll be clinging to Fib for life, but
So don't fall.
It doesn't.
I
say
feel
you
some
can.
deck saves in my future. Maybe strength saving throws. We'll see.
we can tie you on.
Tie you to a string. A rope.
I'll be like a helicopter with.
Fib would be a balloon.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's reasonable that you know, like a flying medium creature could probably carry a flying or a non-flying small creature.
Then
So,
I guess
yeah.
the idea would be I probably should take Groilmod down because then I can get us back up.
Yeah.
Sorry, Fib.
Yeah, you and Groilmod fly there and then fly back.
Yeah, so I'll fly us literally onto the dragon. Groilmod can take as long as he needs, and then I'll fly us back up.
I think Laura just very briefly rage quit.
I'm.
I could not understand anything anyone was saying. What? No,
Oh.
the plan. Did you say the plan is Lucius will fly over with Groilmod?
I'll have to,
Yeah.
yeah, because in order to get
Okay.
us back.
And then you fly back.
But we can collect whatever you would like.
Yeah.
And we can literally take as long as we need. As long as
What if
nothing
I ask
comes.
for the dragon's tongue?
I mean, we could probably get it.
How big is a young dragon's tongue?
Well, a young dragon is a large creature, which is, you know, probably slightly bigger than a horse.
So, like a horse tongue.
Okay.
So probably pretty close to like 2.5 feet.
How how bad do you think a dragon tongue would go?
I mean,
I feel like it's gonna be very warm.
Yeah.
That's possible.
That's fine.
Like, very warm.
Okay, how about the dragon's eyeball?
Dragon's eyes are nice. Those are.
I want the dragon's eyeball.
I mean, we'll probably collect the eyes, the teeth, the.
See if you can get, how many scales you can get.
Yep.
For my shades.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I will go. Well, I can't do anything yet. We're kind of pre-planning here. As soon as I get a chance to, though, I think it's like a couple hours. I can cast. I can copy fly in.
But yeah, let's go circle around, find the Slayer.
Find the Slayer. He's
The
right
lair.
here. His name's Groilmod.
Find this Slayer.
So, but yeah, let's do that.
Somewhere off in the distance, a drunk guy yells, "Slayer!"
God.
Downwards and all.
Slayer! You just hear echoes across.
Fucking Slayer!
You hear Fib pull out her rapier and start stabbing people.
So,
How dare they interrupt you while you're reading your book?
I'm reading a book, kid. I'm reading a book. I was reading an angel book, alright? Gotta finish it.
so this
Okay.
this Slayer layer. We just walk in, it's
Okay,
just covered
you
in
know where
Slayer
these things-
posters.
Oh god. Dude, dragons hate the band Slayer.
I think they love Slayer,
Yeah.
and that's why they call where they live lairs.
Yeah.
Alright.
Annie. Let's head out.
Okay.
Hey Sirenny, do you happen to have any other spells that? Because I'm like half health. Do you have anything that could give
yeah.
me just a little bit more of a top up?
Why do you need it after my song?
Was it not
Thank
good enough?
That's that gets me a lot closer to where I need to be.
Okay, sorry that my song wasn't perfect.
Your song helped, but
Do you need another one? Or is
no, that I mean that I'm good. This has got I'm at 25 out of 31 now, so I was at like
How does-
19. So
She hugs you and cures wounds because she's happy you're still alive.
thank you.
That's not even close to how Fib uses cure wounds.
Fib just kicks him.
Why are you laying down?
Get up!
Fib like digs her finger into the wound and it cauterizes it and heals it.
Oh man, yeah, I like that. Fib just grabs your wound and shoves it back together. Like, depending how big it is, like if you got a big gaping chest wound, like
It's like super glue. Her hands just like squirts out super glue and she just kind of closes
Literally
it back
just-
together.
pushes it back together and like
Just
presses down.
yeah. Healing steam comes off as she like solders it back together.
All right.
How does hit dice work? Do you get the larger half or the smaller half back?
Smaller half.
You get half rounded
you
up.
get the larger? Yeah, you get.
Oh, it is
The larger
half
half?
round?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You round up because otherwise a level 1 character would never get any
Oh,
hit
that's true.
dice back.
Okay.
I am.
My first 5e DM always told me it was half rounded up minimum 1, or half rounded down minimum 1. But I think it's just because he didn't like us.
Yeah, that sounds like a
It could
Yoda
be
pizza.
that, and it also could just be like 99% of rounding in 5e is down. And this
That's
is, like,
very true.
the only exception. Well, there might be like one more that I cannot remember off the top of my
My
head.
arcane
There's a
recovery.
few.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say about 90% of
Yeah.
them did that.
Yeah, I mean it's like codified in the book. Okay, look, if you're rounding, you round down unless specified otherwise.
Yeah, most of those are like special cases. That round
Yeah.
up.
But yeah, so this is a thing. You guys get your short rest in, and then is the group still gonna go around the edge of the gorge, and then you're gonna do the fly thing the next day?
Yeah, I want to find the layer first, and then once we rest for the night, I have enough time to pencil it in.
Got it. So, we'll say that you guys spend the next several hours kind of just like circumnavigating this end of the gorge, and then probably around 2/3 of the way through the day, as you are pushing on through the woods surrounding the gorge itself.
I will say I am in the back in the middle, by the way.
Okay.
because I am feeling particularly susceptible to getting my ass kicked. So
Okay. Well, Gromod, as you are leading the party as per usual through the jungle, you see up ahead movement. Now, Fib, your dart is not going off.
I like shake it and smack it. What's wrong with this thing?
I kind of like raise my hand in that like stop sign,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will try and sneak a little closer to investigate what is going on.
Okay.
I've got Stratos run an aerial for him.
Okay. So I guess I would like stealth checks from Gromod. Cool. And also from Stratos. And since he doesn't have... Does he have stealth?
I'm
Might just
trying
have
to-
dex.
Trying to find. There it is. I don't believe. Yeah, there's no stealth. So just. a
Okay,
dex.
so dex check. Mm-hmm. Solid. 16.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, between the aerial approach and the ground approach, both able to establish a line of sight pretty quickly and quietly.
Yeah. I mean, worst case
And,
scenario, Stratos is a snake. He just lands on a tree and acts like a snake.
Yeah. But yeah, so Gromod, I guess, being the one, first of all, who rolled a little bit higher, but also more capable of processing the information. You peer through the trees and you see dangling at the end of a noose made from vines is a heavily perforated, bloated, graying body. About the same size as you, but not a goblin. Looks actually kind of like your human or human-ish friends, just miniature. Maybe half size, if you will.
Okay. This is difficult. I'm not sure what Gromod would do. I guess Gromod's gonna like very cautiously move closer. But he's gonna be looking for any kind of sign that maybe there's some sentient plant life, perhaps.
You said we saw movement?
Yeah.
Bodies swinging in the wind.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay, Gromod approaches and yeah, make a perception check. All right. So yeah, you do notice that there are small wooden implements sticking out of this thing, like all over the place. And actually, I think they do look pretty familiar to you because not only in your travels with this group, but before in your time living in the jungle, you've seen these kind of projectiles before. These are grung arrows.
Oh, fuck.
Oh yikes.
Are those the evil
Looks
things
like I'm
that-
getting
Those
more
are the
poison.
little frog guys.
Yeah.
Were they naked?
I mean, they're kind of.
Something was naked.
No,
I
those
so
are the-
desperately
Those
want to
koala
yell.
bears.
I so desperately want Gromod to be running, yelling grung, but in such a way that they're not sure if he's saying grung or run.
Why?
And it just seems funny. Like slightly slapstick as Gromod sometimes is.
Royal Mod Dragon Slayer, the funny guy.
So as soon as he starts running at me
Occasionally
saying run, I'm
humorous
running.
drunk. No, so Gromod's not going to actually run
Oh.
and yell grung
No.
because he's going to assume that there's still some active in the area. But he's going to go back to the party and he's going to say, hey, I think there might be some grung around. Frog folk arrows are all over in there.
Lucius is just fucking face palming. Not these little idiots again.
It's fine, we'll just call him.
It's okay. I killed a fucking dragon. We could probably handle it.
I know, but they're. I feel bad. They're somewhat sentient, but they're dumb. This is Lucius saying this.
If they attack us,
Be nice to Gromod.
I'm talking about the Grung, not Grailmod.
If they attack us, it doesn't matter if they're sentient or not. They're trying to kill us.
Yeah, but I don't think they understand. That's the issue.
Well, I'm not gonna let them kill me because they don't understand that killing people is bad.
That's a fair point, I guess. Alright.
Usually you could just kill something and worry about it later.
Yeah, but these little guys are kind of adorable. Not even gonna lie.
You can still kill things that are cute.
They're adorable, but
Just, if you're that attached to how cute they are, just stuff them and bring them with you.
Well, wait a second. Aren't they poisonous to the touch?
That's fine.
wear gloves.
What's your problem?
Yeah, fair point. Alright.
So we're gonna kill some?
I mean, if they're there, but
Oh, if we want to look for them to kill them.
we're looking for a dragon slayer. I think that's a little higher priority than killing some grung.
We can do both.
Well, let's search for the dragon lair, and then if we find them, we find them.
Yeah. I am gonna try to. How high is the body hanging? Like, is it grung height, so it's like barely hanging?
Well, I mean, grung height is usually up in the tree branches. So,
oh yeah.
yeah, but I mean, it's reasonably accessible. It's probably hanging like 10, 15 feet from the ground.
I'll try to cut it down and just kind of like drag the body just into the brush, just so it's not out in the middle of everything.
Okay. Yeah, so you cut down this probably long dead, bloated halfling corpse.
So,
And yeah,
trying not to
just kind of
blow
tuck
it
it
up or
away.
anything. Yeah, I just want to get it out of general eyesight. Like, they've made their point, but that's kind of disgusting. At least let
Okay.
something come by and eat it.
Okay.
Well, not anymore.
Well, something might still scavenge you. You never know.
So with that pleasant thought in mind, continue on, travel the rest of the day, and nothing else of consequence happens. So you make it around to the other side of Atazi Gulwazi, and you are able to set up camp and get a long rest in. So, make sure you replenish your hit dice and all that good stuff. And for a lot of you, you can finally fully enjoy being leveled up. And yeah, so the next morning, let's see what the weather's like. It is dry and sunny for a second day now. And for the second day in a row, as you are all waking up, you get the distinct impression that you are not alone. And in fact, someone makes it very clear when, as the first of you start kind of stirring in the morning, there is like kind of a psst. Hey!
Are we in the dome?
What was that?
If you want to be.
Yeah, definitely. So,
What dome?
the hut.
Leoman's tiny hut.
Ooh.
So, I guess what color? So we're using Fib's hut. I'm just not. So what
Just
color
not-
is it? Yeah. what
Okay,
color?
cause if I cast it before we take the long rest, I'll regain that spell slot, right?
You can do it as a ritual anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Well, then we'll have to wait a whole other 9 minutes. What color is the hut?
Yeah, you can choose the color. you
God,
can
I
choose-
really, really want to make it pink, but I guess I'll make it something that looks like it blends into the scenery. It's a little camo, dirt-colored hut or whatever.
So somebody's
Okay.
whispering at a dirt-colored hut.
Yeah, sure.
God, if this was more ridiculous, I could make it like a Hansel and Gretel candy hut. That'd be fun.
So I will poke my head out and look around to see if I. Well, actually, I guess I don't even have to poke my head out. I can just look around.
Yeah,
we
it's
can
true.
see
You can
outside.
see outside.
So
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you do a quick scan and peeking out from the bushes nearby, you see a pale, stout humanoid figure.
Like a halfling?
Kind of. But also not. A little more akin to, I don't know, say your party member Thorv.
oh, it's a dwarf.
What? Why is Thorv outside of our hut?
He had to take a piss.
No, it's apparently a cousin.
Oh,
You can just get the fuck back in.
I'll shake Thorv awake if he's not, and I'll say, Thorv, do you know this dwarf?
Oh, I can see.
This is so weird. You are so casual about this.
Casual
No
racism.
Hello?
Oh, so it doesn't look like Thorv, it's just a dwarf.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it
God,
looked
okay.
like Thorv.
You think I know all the dwarves?
No,
It
no,
looks
no, no.
like Thorv.
You were like it looks similar to your party member Thorv.
Well,
Meaning he's a
Eric's the
dwarf.
racist
Yeah.
one.
I gotcha. I misunderstood. I thought he
Eric said
looked
all
similar
dwarves
to
look the same.
Thorv. Like I thought he had same hair color, similar features.
no, I
Right,
was
I
referring
was-
to the fact that, like,
Oh.
halflings and dwarves are built very differently, and I was asked if it was a
Gotcha.
halfling.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Okay,
No, it's
I
like
retract that
stout.
statement then.
I
but-
was like, what kind of creepy ass monster has turned into one of the party members and is like harassing us inside our hut?
I guess in that
DM will remember that.
In that instance,
No.
is he just standing out in the open?
He's like peeking through the bushes, kind of like hesitantly, but still like willingly engaging you guys.
So in this,
Tom.
Dwarfish.
I was gonna say in the same way, I will poke my head out of the bubble, and I'll say, "What do you want?"
I don't.
He says, "Are you the ones responsible for the dragon down there?"
You see, he sees a hand pop out of the bubble, and I'll say, "1 second," and I go back in, and I'll walk over and I'll grab Gorlmod, and I'll say, "Come here, this guy wants to talk to you," and I'll poke my head out and say, "This."
Celebrity
okay.
Royal Mod.
Yeah, and I'll say it's, I'll poke my head out, and I'll have Gorlmod poke his head out and say, "This is the one who slayed the dragon," but yes.
This hut is so good already.
And then I'll just pull my head back in, and I'll let Gorlmod take the.
Just
on.
Royal Mod's little head is sticking out.
Yeah.
Why are you bothering me? I try to get big boy Dragon Slayer sleep.
Azaka just like chimes in and says, "But sir, your public awaits."
At this point,
I
Lucius
guess.
walks
Man,
over and just
Killing that
falls on the
dragon
ground.
came with way more responsibility than I anticipated.
Way more response. This is the first thing that's happened. The first time someone has bothered him about it.
I just want to point out that Taylor did like an evil like witch cackle.
Yes, I did. I do.
Like,
Oh, that was. And that's Lucius is just dying in the corner.
He needs
So,
his big
um,
boy Dragon Slayers.
So anyway, yeah, is Gromad actually engaging?
Yeah, he
Okay.
actually said all those things.
Okay, cool, fantastic.
Do we hear what Groyalmod's saying from the inside? What he's saying outside?
Sure.
I'll just say to Groyalmod, ask them if they know where the dragon lair is.
This creature is now Gromod's bitch. He can get whatever he wants from it.
Hey, do you know where the dragon's house is?
No, but we need help.
What kind of help?
God, he was right.
Well, if you took down a dragon, a few salamanders couldn't be an issue, right?
Salamanders. Yum yum. Sure, I'll kill some salamanders.
The sentient.
Oh my god, I killed a dragon, now I'm getting a feast.
So he like kind of narrows his eyes. I'm not sure we're talking about the same thing.
Little lizard, real fast. Tails taste delicious.
Big lizards with weapons and magic and dinosaurs.
Oh. That sounds like it's gonna be a lot more work than regular salamanders.
Do their tails taste better?
Do they still taste good?
He says, I couldn't tell you. Haven't tried eating one.
Well, I gotta talk to these people that I just trail around with me in this forest or in the jungle, but I mean, maybe.
If only Gromad knew the word entourage.
I'm kind of their chieftain. They're like my little tribe. It's pretty great.
Sirenny laughs.
He kind of nods and just looks on with anticipation.
Well, where you live, we will. If we're gonna help, we'll head that way. If not, I guess get ready to move. I mean, you guys have a rope that you can just cut and launch your village somewhere else, right?
No, why would we have that?
You guys don't do any good planning, do you?
There's salamanders?
Well, just wait then. I'll talk to them real quick.
All right.
This weird guy wants me to do a bunch of stuff. I don't know. He said they're big lizards. I don't even know if I can eat them.
Doesn't hurt to go find out.
I mean,
Are we getting paid?
Paid? I mean, I assume we get to eat all these lizards if we win.
I mean,
What, you cut out there for a second, Gromad?
I said I assume we get to eat all these lizards if we win.
we get that sweet, sweet XP.
Well, we still. I guess. Do we still want to? We still want to find the dragon lair, though.
I mean, yeah.
Can they wait till later after we get the dragon lair?
Yeah, I mean, could we do that? Because this could be a distraction to go and.
What if these people just want to steal our loot?
I've got an idea. And so then Gromad goes back, peeks his head back out and says, so we need a couple days to get supplies ready. And then if you tell me where your village is, we'll head that way.
He says, well, that's sort of the problem. We're trying to reclaim our home.
Oh, well, we got plenty of time.
He says, in the mountains, about 40 miles west of here. It's an old mine called Rockamar. The salamanders have taken it over from us, and we need some help clearing them out.
How many generations ago?
Well, we must go help them then.
Well, yeah, after we get our supplies and everything, we'll head right over there.
But they need help now. We must go help these dwarves.
Fuck 'em. We need dragon loot.
Maybe they can come help us find it.
They can take it. Probably.
We'll make it clear.
We'll kill them if they try to take it.
The
Yeah, they'll just
dwarf
saw us.
chimes in and says, "I've seen the dragon in flight. I may have seen at least the general direction where it would fly off to when he wasn't
Oh.
terrorizing the Ataz."
So you're saying stealing his loot from us would be really easy?
He's saying that he'll point us the way so we can
Mhm.
get there faster so we can help him.
You just trust this person we don't even know.
I mean, I guess it's better than any lead we've got. So.
He just saw us kill a dragon. He's probably not gonna try and kill us.
We could kill his whole tribe if we needed to.
Oh,
We're
Lord.
very powerful.
Well, he is, and I'll point at Gromlod.
Yes, mighty chieftain, dragon slayer.
Asaka rolls her eyes.
Can you tell us where this direction is? And I mean, I guess.
I will pull out my map, and I will unroll it, and I will say, well, here, this might be easier.
He looks at the map and says, "Well, my home is here. Where the dragon made its home. Now, it's a little foggy. Perhaps if I were able to relax in the comfort of my own home, I might remember."
This guy's an asshole.
I think he doesn't actually. I think he knows. He just doesn't want to tell us.
It's because he's an asshole. Right, it's making me want to kill him. We probably shouldn't, but I'm
Let's-
just.
let's not
putting
kill
that
this
out
guy.
there.
Or not.
I'm just putting that out there.
I haven't seen another dwarf in a while. Let's not kill this one.
Oh, you're racist. Okay.
Can I walk up to the dwarf and be like, "Hi, I'm Sirenny. Well, the Dragon Slayer has some spell components that we need. There's some that, the fight with the dragon kind of tapped us out of it. I know it'd be a lot easier to
Don't tell him that.
if, we had spellcasters had these spell components."
Make a persuasion check.
With advantage.
At this point,
Not
I'll-
with advantage.
It doesn't matter!
I was gonna say, at this point, I'll poke my head out and say, does anybody have a feather? I need a feather for a spell. And then I'll poke my head back in and wander off.
The dragon definitely has a feather in his lair.
Well, no,
Yeah, you know.
you're talking about components. I literally do need to find a feather.
We're in the jungle. I feel like it's not gonna be hard to find a feather.
Also, you
Yeah,
have
just
a
go
bird.
pull one off Blue Boy.
Right, but he doesn't know that. I
Blue
still-
boy goes. As you go. But I rolled a nat 20. So it doesn't matter.
He kind of shoots a sideways glance at the rest of the group. Says, "You seem honest. I trust you'll hold the rest to your standards."
Oh, absolutely. I always have.
If only he knew.
I kind of shy away.
Fib looks at her feet.
Yeah, I do too.
Does he notice that?
From me, probably. Like, I went from very cocky and, like, funny to just like, ooh. Yep, no.
He says, "Very well. I've seen the dragon disappear to the southwest, on the other side of the Valley of Lost Honor. There's another old mine there. Wouldn't surprise me if that's where it had made its dwelling. 'Cause I know my kind haven't been there in quite some time."
How long does it look like it'll take us to get there? Because, I mean,
So-
the Valley of the Lost Honor is actually on our map.
Right?
Yeah. So I'm
Um,
assuming he can point out exactly where the mine is because dwarves know their mines.
So yeah, it's actually is it? Let me see if it's visible. I think it might be visible on your map already.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
What, 3 days?
I mean, are we going around or are we going through?
That is the question.
Well, we have a person here who I guess has lived here. We should probably ask. Okay, so that's the village, right?
The one that just showed up is their settlement, their home,
Okay.
yeah.
So I will say, well, what is there in the Valley of Lost Honor to be wary of? Because if we're going to be traversing it, it looks like we'll have to go pretty much across the at least half of the Valley of Lost Honor. So
Yeah, so he thinks on that a bit as Fib momentarily passes out again.
Fib's passed out like 3 times just for no
Yeah.
reason.
Well, it's hot and sunny and
yeah,
maybe it's getting to her.
Yeah, Sirenine
I'm not
then,
napping, I'm
like,
just resting my eyes.
Sirenine gets some water and sprinkles it on her face.
I shield my centipedes who drown easily.
I'm sprinkling.
Yeah, but I just
she's like
I
a
don't want them
Mister
to die.
Fan.
So basically what he's able to tell you is the valley is pretty much overrun by these lizards too.
By the salamander? By what?
Yeah, the
What's down there?
lizards, the salamanders. He's heard some people call them fire newts.
Sounds like
And
good practice.
and yeah, so he says just watch out for those and try not to fall into any lava flows.
Sirenine definitely winces.
Yeah, how about we go around then? And stop at the hard camera on the way.
That's overrun with them too.
Yeah.
Going around is a challenge in and of itself. Mountains on either side.
Doesn't seem like there's any good way but flying. Oh well.
Do you know what?
Let's just.
I'll say to him. Do you know what leads these lizard people?
I've only seen the lizard people and their mounts. The thunder lizards. Not the big ones, but yeah. Never seen them working with anything else.
Right, but it sounds like it's an organized force. Do you know where they're operating out of?
They might just be, bandits or stuff. Something.
Well, right, but
Each group for themselves.
I don't know. There's always some greater thing that's holding forces like this together. I was just wondering if there was a spot of where they are known to gather, or if they're just scattered all around.
If they have formed a conglomerate.
Even the
Well,
evilest things will get together and work together if it means doing greater evil things.
um, so how about this? We start where? Hey Eric, where's the dragon skeleton?
The dragon skeleton would be. I mean, it's like down in the gorge, basically in the same hex that you guys are in right now.
Okay. So how about this? You two, Lucius and Grelmod, can fly over and start, um, working on the dragon skeleton, and the rest of us will, pack up, go climb, and start walking. And when we pass you, you can come on by, and then we walk across the valley and climb back up near the dragon slayer, and then we can, I guess, then head to Harakamar.
Is the valley, is it mountainous on both sides, or is it like mountainous on one side then kind of hilly on the other? Like the southeastern
Just
side?
in terms of like, is it like a sheer wall or is
Yeah.
it more of a gentle kind of terrain?
The southern side at least looks like it's less mountainous and more like hilly. To me, I don't know.
mm,
I just don't see like a cliff edge, but it might just be perspective of the map.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything that says really one way or the other. So, yeah, I mean, I would agree. It doesn't look as pronounced.
Okay.
So yeah, like probably the most difficult part, just in terms of physical exertion and risk, is probably going to be the first part of just climbing down into the gorge if you so choose.
Okay.
Uh,
Cool. So I will look to the dwarf and I will say, do you know of an easier way down? I'm not very good at, well, rock climbing.
He says, "Well, if we go closer to home, the incline isn't so bad. Sneak down between the mountains and the gorge. Trouble is, you may have to cover a bit more lizard-infested ground."
I think probably lowering a rope and stuff would be the best. How far down is it from where we're at?
Let's have a look. It's probably. Let me take a look at the other Atazas, because this one isn't like specified, so just trying to get an idea.
Let's throw Fib down and see if she lives.
No.
Then we can
Let's throw Lucius down and shoot him with an arrow.
Okay. I bounce.
Okay. So. Interesting how it doesn't actually tell me these things.
Are you a bumble?
We'll say like.
I'm a bouncy ball.
We'll say it's like
Bumbles bounce.
200 feet.
You
Ooh.
say it's what?
We'll say like 200.
It's farther away from it.
You can fly. I mean, if we can lower a rope and, lower people down with a rope.
You have that long of a
Never
rope?
back up. We can if we tie ropes together. Do we have enough rope?
Have other people been buying ropes that I don't know of?
Well, ropes
I guess
come
I
in
don't
most
have rope.
packs.
I'm pretty sure we had
Don't
at
come
least
in
150.
We're just gonna follow the last 50 feet?
I guess maybe we should follow him for a better place to climb down.
Yeah, that'll work. We could just do that.
Yeah, we should, I guess, get a move on. Should we leave the dragon here and get it on the way back?
I don't think anybody else is gonna steal it.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't need it.
All right. So the plan then is to skirt around a bit, so you don't have to go down the 200-foot gorge wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
We're
one
gonna follow
request:
him.
can we go to the, like, if as we're going west, can we go to the northwest one square, so we unlock that?
I mean, if the party is okay with that,
How much longer will it take?
I mean, I don't think it'll take
half a
any-
day.
He said half the day.
Oh. Well, it's
You guys
just
traveled-
going south, right? Southwest.
Well, okay, right. So if you're going toward Wormheart Mine and you want to go northwest instead, that is going to add travel time. That's like half a day's travel out of your way.
I guess my whole thing is: are we able to come out
much
here
travel.
and come out, or do we have to come out from this hex?
No, you can descend this area and it's not as
Okay.
steep as the
Okay,
gorge.
I thought we were coming out closer to Hrackhammer. I thought we were coming out here.
I mean,
So
it
that-
is closer, but
There.
not that much closer.
Okay, I thought we were gonna have to go all the way out to that next hex. So I was figuring we can go north, hit that, and then come out, rather than
Gotcha.
going south. But we're good then.
Okay.
So yeah. So it might take us, I don't know, like a week. Can you wait that long to reclaim your home, or?
Well, we've waited this long. And we just haven't been able to do anything between the threats of the dragon and the lizards, so you've already helped us a great deal. But please, don't abandon us.
We won't. Don't worry.
You're welcome to come with us.
Yeah.
Fib rolls her eyes.
He says, I have a family to tend to.
Where do you want us to meet you then?
And I think he kind of like gestures to see your map again.
I will show. I'll pull out the map again.
Yeah, and he marks a spot kind of like at the edge of the valley. We'll say like right here-ish.
Okay.
And he says, my family and a few other clans are. Well, we make camp somewhere around there. We tend to move anytime we think the lizards catch wind of us, but you can find us there. We'll be looking for you.
Well,
And we'll clear out a few as we transverse the valley. So that way, I don't know. Hopefully that helps a little bit.
well, in worst case scenario, you guys could always go down to where the dragon's lair was, because the dragon is no more. So
Fair.
Oh, I think if the lizard folk catch wind that the dragon's dead, they might be heading there for riches?
Certainly possible.
We should hurry then.
That's why we need to hurry there first. Collect whatever things we can and get ready to take the fight to the dragon or to the lizard people.
Okay. So, yeah, the next day then you're gonna just be basically making a run for the edge of the valley. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So you and your dwarven friend go your separate ways.
Does he have like a weapon or anything?
Yeah, let's see. So on his person you see a like a stone-bladed hand axe.
Huh. Okay. I was just curious as to what he had for a weapon.
Yeah, and he's got some hide armor as well. So it's like reasonably well equipped, you know. Probably not going to be doing any dragon slaying on his own. But, you
But
know.
it's
There
like
might
kind
be
of a
reason
tribal
why we
armor.
sent him.
What was that, Taylor?
I said kind of a tribal armor and weaponry rather than like a established like civilization.
Yeah, there is definitely kind of a tribal element to these guys. It's like he's actually he has some like tattoos and paint on him as well. And he's like a much fairer skinned dwarf than I think any of you have really seen. And even like even Thor, having seen like Duragar, it's kind of different from that even. Let's see if I have a handout for these guys.
Is
Actually,
he like the one that we saw in that guide thing?
he is. Yeah.
They're sun dwarves.
So this is kind of a more extreme example, but there you go.
Huh.
I love that.
Kind of looks like a troll.
A little bit. Why are they so
It looks
white
like-
though?
They're albino.
Then how do
It
they
literally
survive?
says albino at the top.
No, I know that. I get that. But like,
How do they survive?
yeah, because
What?
albinos are not supposed to be in the sun.
That's why they like living in caves
Yeah,
and
there's a
underground.
big canopy over us. We're in the jungle.
There is that.
I suppose.
I mean, albinos just burn easy. Like, they're not like vampires.
Wait. I'm confused. Are you telling me if you leave an albino out in the sun, they won't like evaporate?
That's wild.
I think you're just not supposed to spill water on albinos. Oh, no, that's
Yeah,
witches.
that must
Damn
be it. Okay. Cool. So that little encounter having been a thing, you guys make your way toward the edge of the Valley of Lost Honor, and the day's travels go uneventfully. It's warm and sunny. Probably not ideal conditions for an albino, nor for the party, since you guys, you know, you've established you're more rainy day kind of people. But hey, it is what it is. So you travel about 20 miles, set up camp again, and
The thunder disagree. Well, the thunder agrees with you.
and so the next day, you do get a little bit of a reprieve from the sun.
Like the rest of my hit dice. Okay.
It is misty.
Just like what Cyrene did to Fib.
Okay, if we have that long, I'm copying Fireball into my spellbook as well.
Okay. All right. Wow, I get to use like a different encounter table because of where you guys are.
This one will probably be eviler.
I'm gonna get some water.
Sea hags.
We
Suddenly,
roll
in the middle of the volcanic land, sea hags.
I mean, I can wish and dream, can't I?
Okay, so. Oh yeah, these are different. Okay.
Something we can eat, hopefully.
He rolls on the encounter table, and we get no encounters.
And we get what?
No encounters.
Shoot.
Let's see. All right. Let's see if I have something here that'll actually like make sense for this map. That'd be cool. Oh, I guess this one works. Okay. Yeah, so don't mind me just throwing things together, as I kind of thought you guys might just turn tail and run this session. I
Or
don't know,
die.
silly me. Okay. Let's get a map set up because, oh, no reason. You're safe. It's fine. It's great.
Fib has her fork.
My fork? You mean my dart?
Yeah.
Nope, fork.
My favorite thing about this dart is that none of you guys can remember what it is. So you just say whatever random thing.
I mean, it's a fork. It's a pager. It's
You can use it as a fork. It's just a fork with.
it's a
only one
needle. It's a
I don't think it could be a needle.
pin,
Okay.
a thumbtack. Something small.
A stabby stab.
Yeah, something small and sharp.
Finn has her dart.
Did you say Finn?
Fin?
Fin. Fin.
Well, you
What
got the
is
dart
happening
part
right
right.
This is too difficult.
Clearly.
See, now you know. Now you understand my pain of whatever Zendar and Keth.
I am literally one letter off.
God, what was Felix and Keth? That's what it was. It was
Zendar.
It's close.
For the one shot, well, his character was. It sounded like Zendar or something. Not Saku Sasuke.
Yeah, no, that was the drunk one shot.
That was very good. Saku
It was
Sasuke.
pretty good. And then Igor the Druid.
Yeah. Igor, you know.
Okay. So yeah, you guys you find a somewhat reasonable spot to descend down into the valley.
That sounds ominous.
Maybe a little. And then
But
things.
mostly it's somewhat reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Creepy
things
music is
go-
playing though, so.
Right. So yeah, I suppose there's that.
Was I never renewed, by the way?
Of course it was.
It's not my fault you keep choosing this music.
I mean, I suppose what it means is that DMs named Eric have good taste in ambiance music.
You're
There was
both-
just a bulk Eric discount. And,
if you are Eric,
Yeah.
you get all this music for free versus all the other music, which is free but it takes longer to download.
Exactly.
Okay. But yeah, so you are just, on your merry way through the little stretch of valley that you have to traverse. I say little, it's really like 15 miles across. So you're looking at the better part of a day spent down in the lava flow riddled fire lizard thing patrolled area. And about halfway through the day, as you are pushing forward and kind of at the farthest point from either edge of the valley. Fib, your dart fork needle thing starts vibrating.
I'm vibrating. I look around. Well, I
are
look around.
centipedes in your pack?
Let me check. She pats her pockets real quick. No, they're all where they usually.
Stratos
rest.
goes up in the air.
Aaron
Okay.
got it.
What?
Oh, nothing.
What I don't. What did you say?
You said you're vibrating.
Yeah.
So I asked for your centipedes.
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry, Wendy.
I was making a dirty joke when I said I'm vibrating.
Oh boy.
I just thought your
So
phone
was
was ringing.
I don't put my centipedes there. That's not where they go.
They're on silent right now, not vibrate.
Anyways, your dart is vibrating.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah?
It's not. I don't store it there. It's in my pouch.
Gross. Inappropriate.
It's gross that
I
I
am
put
so
it in
sorry,
my
Wendy.
pouch.
It's a waste.
It's on my pouch. My artificial leather pouch on my belt.
So,
Yeah, as you look around and you see the cracked earth and the slowly bubbling, churning lava all. Everybody make a perception check.
We're very good at perception.
we are.
Hmm?
That's a javelin.
I bumped up accident, I'm sorry.
He loves battle so much that his looking around is just throwing a javelin.
That was amazing.
Throws a javelin in some random direction.
Roll a
Make a
perception
perception
check.
check. That's a javelin.
I imagine Goromod just pulls out a javelin, and Cyrani's like, "That's a javelin." Goromod's like, "Oh," just puts it back. Just a random.
His version of looking around is just throwing a javelin at something.
Yeah.
It's the long range version of cane that you've seen blind people waving around.
If I hear a cry, I know there's a person there.
Exactly. Okay, so yeah, I think like enough of you noticed, especially Fib. Well, that's performance actually.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, I was wondering if anyone was going to notice that one.
Finn failed
That's-
her
that's
perception
performance.
check.
I have a +7 to my perception though.
Oh, do you?
Are you sure you're not reading the phone?
Oh, okay. Well, you actually do. So, all right.
Finn's player
did it-
failed her perception
We
check.
did really bad at that perception check.
Well, we did very bad job as real people doing a perception
Yeah.
check on right click.
Some of us. Half of the party
It's true.
fucked up and did
Just-
not roll.
just- To be fair, I'm using my laptop, and usually I don't have a trackpad.
Oh yeah, our trackpad's the best.
I
I
just
just
love
like-
them so much.
I just like that. Make a perception check. A javelin? A performance? Is this what you want?
and the rest of us just roll crap. Other than
I
Thor.
rolled a 19.
Oh,
and
you did, so
rolled
you're
a
fine. You and
21.
Thor.
Yeah.
The rest
So
of us know
Cyrano
what the
and
fuck we're
Thorm
doing.
did a successful perception check.
I did a successful one, I just didn't do well at it.
It's a qualified success.
Yeah.
But yeah, so since it's the same modifier, I will say that Fib has the highest perception check. And so Fib, you notice as you look around for the source of the vibrating, there are like glowing yellowish eyes staring at you from inside the flowing lava.
Oh. Something's about to get us from that lava. That's not how lava works, but it's in there anyway. Do you see it? Do you see the creepy eyes? She points at it.
Okay, so you like point the attention of the others to this set of eyes, and then as you're like focusing in on that, you see like a bunch of other sets of eyes open up around the lava flow,
There are more eyes.
and
Look at all the eyes.
yeah, and then you
Eyes.
just hear like through the thick bubbling sound, almost like with it or as part of it, there's kind of like this mischievous laugh, just like
Oh. Is it a hyena?
Yes.
that must be it.
They laugh. So let's just kill these things, I guess. Or we could leave.
Does the dart show us like malicious intent? Like
I mean, it doesn't go off when like other creatures approach, so I assume that when it goes off, that means they're maybe not ready to attack us, but at least potentially
Ignore
dangerous.
that. Sorry.
okay.
Did not mean to click
I
that.
think that's a fair interpretation. Yeah.
I think about my life.
Why have I paired myself with these people?
I cast protection from evil and good on Lucius.
What if these things
Hmm.
are neutral?
Well, then it doesn't work.
Do I burst into flames?
Protection
Okay.
from self.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I'm
don't
kidding.
try to hurt yourself.
Well, the reason I asked is I'm technically like part fiend or something, aren't I? Because of tiefling, or is that Fae?
Yeah,
evil.
but still, like I would say it won't just like murder you for your being.
Okay.
Yeah. You
Also,
have,
aren't you literally evil?
No. No.
Oh, I thought you were.
Nope.
so
I am
you
as
have
close to it as I can.
advantage on attacking yourself. You can't charm, frighten, or possess yourself. And if you're already charmed, frightened, or possessed by yourself, you have advantage on the same.
Wow, just
Ooh.
knock them out. Why don't you
Yeah.
So you can't fight.
yourself?
Yeah. Well, I am charming myself, so. But it's a willing charm, so. Cool. But yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So these eyes just stare at you.
Oh, we walk past them.
Oh, you don't want to attack it.
I mean, if they're not gonna attack us.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I suppose.
I'm good with
I
that.
want to tell it to come out of hiding wherever it's at.
Okay. Cool. Well, I guess if that's gonna be a thing, you watch as a series of kind of odd, otherworldly looking creatures elevate up from the lava just a bit, like basically just to, we'll say, like neck level. And you see these things staring at you.
Ooh.
Never mind. Go away.
Wait a second. Okay, hang on. I gotta take a look. Would I have ever seen anything like this? Like maybe not a magma one, but any of them before?
It is possible. I'd say
Aren't these fiends or something?
I don't know. Are they? Let's see. I'll roll for it. Yeah, I'll say you've seen like some smoke methods before.
Okay. Would I know roughly what they are?
Yeah, like they're elemental creatures.
Okay.
typically born of some combination of elements. So, like this being a lava-rich environment. This is probably, I don't know, something to do with lava or magma.
Yeah.
So probably like fire and earth. But other than that, like you know that they tend to be tricksters and kind of fuck around with people from the prime material or wherever else they can find victims from. But
I hate creatures that fuck with people.
Okay, so I would know that they're not necessarily like harmful. They fuck with people.
I mean, they're not.
They're not like super aggressive, like going to rip your face off and eat it.
I mean, they certainly have the ability to murder the average person pretty easily.
Yeah.
But if they're not provoked, there's a possibility that this whole encounter goes by without conflict.
All right. I will kind of roughly relay that quickly to the group.
Cyrano's just like, oh, hi. We're just walking by.
Is it? How many are there?
So at a quick glance, you see probably like 6 long-nosed heads like poking up out of the lava.
Okay. I'll say, well, yeah, we probably should move along before they decide that they want to play. If it were just 1 or 2 of them, they would be fun to send at, just at somebody. As we did with the that little dragon.
Fib glares at Lucius.
I kind of shrug. I have my
She
fun where I
strokes
can
the
find it.
centipede.
Yeah, one of the methods kind of like wades through the lava toward the edge of the flow, like towards you guys a bit more, and it like raises a long clawed hand up out of the lava and kind of just waves at you with its fingers.
I definitely wave back.
I'll look over and I'll say, "How's the temperature today? Good."
It
What
like
the fuck does that mean?
He's standing in lava.
Do they speak common?
that is a good question.
I have languages. They speak
Try
Infernal,
primordial.
right?
They do not speak Infernal.
Is it a-
Primordial?
I know Infernal, Abyssal, and Primordial. One of those 3 should be able to speak to these fuckers.
They speak a couple different dialects of.
Okay, so I will say it in whatever language I would whatever language I would know the other one spoke.
I will also say in primordial.
Okay.
Some dialect.
All right. Yeah. And so this weird conversation that basically sounds like roaring flames and rumbling earth kind of breaks out between the 3 of you.
That's
So
not terrifying at all.
Well,
Yeah,
you should
it's
expect
like-
it from
it's like
me.
right.
This little creature waves at us, and then we hear.
And then you have Cyrano with her high-pitched voice being like,
It's like the Key and Peele sketch, the people's names, construction noises. Just opens his
Yeah.
mouth and you hear a jackhammer.
Yep.
But yeah. So so Lucius asks him in Primordial, how's the temperature?
Yeah, just kind of as a joke.
There's this again kind of a creepy little chuckle, and it like
What does the creepy chuckle sound like?
it actually sounds like a creepy chuckle, like
Oh.
the first one.
Okay.
But then it like raises a and like snaps a finger, and let's see, Cyrene, you're wearing metal armor. So suddenly your armor gets real hot.
Okay, I will react by creating a bunch of water and dumping it on myself to make it cool again.
So we see the armor like
Get
visibly
red hot.
change color as it like just almost instantaneously heats up, and then in reaction just this water crashes down. There's steam everywhere.
Well, isn't it kind of a rainy day anyway?
It's misty.
Oh. Oh, even better. So
Yeah.
she's just smoking. She's just sizzling.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is it still hot, or like should I start working on climbing out of it, or?
So you hear the little chuckle again, and the thing just like plunges back down below the lava. And there's actually like a chorus of just these little like.
I'll whisper, "That's our cue. We need to leave. They had their fun." So, and I'll start leaving.
Yeah, it's a good thing we stayed around for it.
Better let them have their fun and we leave than to have them follow us out of boredom.
Okay, I start leaving.
I'll follow.
Okay.
Cyrene says bye and waves again.
All right.
Sione says bye to her new friends.
That just tried to melt her. It's fine. Okay. So yeah, you push forward, and the rest of the day goes by uneventfully. You don't actually run into any of these lizard patrols or anything to that effect. And by day's end, you have made your way back up out of the valley and are able to take your night's rest beyond the cover of trees. So, probably having another day and a half's travel before reaching the mine that was described to you by your dwarven friend. Let's see what the new day brings. At long last, it begins to rain.
Heavy rain or
No, just normal, kind of slow, steady.
cloudy though?
Yeah.
Need a storm.
It is cloudy, yes.
Okay. I like that then.
And actually, another day goes by without any real issues. And so I think as the sun is kind of setting back behind the western reaches of the Kobold Mountains, you see off in the distance what you're pretty sure is the entry to Wormheart Mine. You see a couple of like small outlying buildings kind of built up on either side of the mouth of a cavern into which you can see like minecart tracks kind of disappearing into the dark depths. And yeah, let's see what else we've got here. So probably like lots of bones piled up around the mouth of the cave. The walls of the tiny buildings that you can see, in some places you can see like pronounced scorch marks. And then, as you're kind of taking in the scene here, you see movement. Specifically, you see a bunch of tiny scaled creatures walking on two legs.
Do they kind of look like frogs?
Like frogs?
Yeah. Are they
No,
that
I'd
size?
say they
Okay.
they look closer to Dragonborn, but different. Most of them kind of reddish in color.
So you're saying there's a reason why it might be called the Cobalt Mountains?
That is entirely possible. I mean, I can neither confirm nor deny. But yeah, so you see movement as a group of these things pushes a cart back up and out of the cave and kind of just leaves it resting at the end of the tracks before disappearing into the outbuildings.
So these guys work. Do we know what these are? Does anybody know what these are?
I think kobolds are commonplace enough that anybody who's spent time in like civilized society either knows them as uh, uh like cave dwelling feral savages, or in some cases um primitive creatures that can be harnessed for the good of a community, often working in like sewers and stuff.
So Groyomod has no idea.
Yeah, pretty much. That's yeah.
They are little dragon people.
Yeah.
Um. So, what are they throwing on the cart? Does it look like it's stuff from the lair, or are they pulling stuff out of the houses?
Make a perception check.
Oh,
I would also like to know.
Go for it.
make sure I don't make a.
Yeah, Groyomod's getting down on this too. It's the javelin, right?
Yeah, javelin check.
Javelin.
Oofa doofa.
Should've used the javelin.
Yeah, he's trying to find his javelin.
All right.
Oh, Caterpillar must have really, really got fib.
Caterpillar. Centipede,
Centipede,
man.
sorry.
You're gonna go fucked up. You gotta go big. Yeah, it definitely looks like a minecart filled with bones.
Where were they wheeling it out of? Was it out of the cave?
So yeah, they all emerged from like the mouth of the cavern, and there's this minecart that looks kind of beat up, and it's like kind of leaning to one side, a little off kilter. But it's piled high with, I mean, at least everything you can see above kind of the lip of it is just bones.
Are they big bones or little bones?
They are broken bones.
Are they skinny bones or fat bones?
I would say they kind of run the gamut.
Okay.
So it looks like they're cleaning his house.
Yeah, actually, a couple of them are wearing like black dresses. With,
They have little feather dusters.
yeah.
I mean, that's what it looks like they're doing to me. Is they're cleaning out his house. Is there? You said there's a pile of stuff that they wheeled this cart to.
So they just like the cart, or the track, I should say, kind of just stops just outside the mouth of the cave. So they stop the cart, and they haven't like unloaded it yet. They just kind of like stopped the cart there, and then they went into one of the outbuildings.
Are the outbuildings human-sized, or are they small, like halfling-sized?
Are they dwarf size?
Yeah. Are they kobold-sized? I'll say.
Well, they're definitely they don't look like kobold construction, because typically, like, anybody who knows about kobolds would know
That's a hole.
they're not really,
Or wall.
yeah, they're not really the type to build so much as just dig pathways and caverns out of solid stone and dirt.
So it is like regular-sized.
Regular-ish, like dwarf sized.
Okay. Well, how many were there? 3, you said?
Yeah, I think you had seen like 3 of them.
All right. And then how many outbuildings were there? 2?
Yeah. So like basically one really small one to your left as you're looking at the mouth of the cave, and a slightly larger one to the right. And they went to the larger one.
All right. The one on the left, maybe like a tool shed or something. About that size,
Maybe.
or okay. So I'll say, well, should we just approach and see what happens? I mean, it's a couple kobolds.
I guess we don't know how many kobolds are in the cavern.
Yeah, but they're kobolds.
5 minutes later, tidal wave of kobolds just comes running at him.
I mean, I guess if anyone knows, do they speak Draconic? I guess we could talk to them, or we can just head in.
I do not speak Draconic.
Question for the group.
Oh, I do have
I don't
comprehend
understand.
languages.
I don't
like
speak
anything.
Draconic.
I could understand them. I just can't speak with them.
Then should we just walk in?
Sure. I will cast comprehend languages anyway, just in case they start yelling at us. I can know what the hell they're saying.
Okay.
We walk in.
Right.
Sirenny wishes she could get into the carton without bones and ride it in.
Okay. So, just going straight for the. So you're going for the cavern, not like the buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, let's see if anything crazy happens.
Tidal wave of kobolds.
Okay, so Lucius, having cast comprehend language, as you guys walk by and are just about to like pass by the minecart and stuff, Lucius, you hear this voice like, "Hey, where you going?"
I'm just gonna play dumb. I'm gonna say, yep, they're yelling at us. I'll say that in common.
Okay. So then you all hear this like as like a plank of wood just kind of comes tumbling through the air toward, I don't know, Lucius. You kind of look back at him.
That's fine.
So I mean it hits.
What
It's like
was
a 17.
I will. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna shield that.
Okay. So you just hear, and then the last second you just throw up the shield and it bounces off.
Yep.
And yeah, you hear this little scratchy buzz like, "The fuck was that? Guys, come here!" And you hear that as the door like squeaks open, and 2-3 more kobolds come running out, and they're just like kind of tilting their head like, "The fuck are these guys?" And then go ahead.
Well, I guess I will turn towards the one who threw it at me, and kind of like with my hands up, I will just kind of like shrug at him, like I can't, and I'll like kind of point to my mouth, like basically like I can't speak. Like the best gesture of like I can't I can't speak to you. I don't.
Okay.
Can I go up there and try to pantomime, a dragon and then point at the mouth of the cave?
Sure. Make a performance check.
Why isn't Fib doing this? 16.
Feb would have gotten a 21.
Okay, so Sirenny walks up and does like flappy motions with her arms, and then
Ew.
like the big like dragon jaw in front of her face with the hands, and the kobolds kind of just look at you like, and Lucius, you would understand like, I think they're talking about Cindelor.
I will nod.
Yeah, I want to point out too that Gromod is the one that killed the dragon thingy that Sirene's pointing out.
Yeah. Yeah, well, gesture,
Yeah.
like, I'll gesture, like, while she's flapping her arms, I'll point to Groilmod, and then, like, point to his weapon, and then make a stabbing motion.
I will
Are you guys telling him how badass I am?
Yes.
Yes.
Me? Really good at kill.
They can't understand you, no matter how slow you talk, Groilmod.
Oh, well, I won't even bother then.
Yeah.
So they look kind of confusedly, between Thorv and Lucius and Cyrene as she's doing like the dying dragon impression. And like the one who's been, I guess, kind of fronting the interaction, he like looks back at the rest of the kobolds and then back at you guys. And then just like doubles over laughing like they think they could kill Cindelor.
Is he happy? Does he look happy?
He thinks it's absurd. He thinks we're nuts.
Well, if you're telling me that, I shrug my shoulders and start going in again.
Groilmod will, like, pull on his leathers just a little bit so they can see, like, the healing wound from where he was bit by Cindelor.
Okay. So yeah, the one like looks at you kind of curiously and turns to the other ones. Looks like Cindelor got this one good already. Not good enough though. So, and then very much the same way that you guys have been doing is, maybe unintentionally doing the speak slowly and maybe they'll understand me thing.
Yeah.
The little kobold like walks up to Gromod and is like, "Big scary dragon make you run away? Look for place to hide?"
I'll wave my hand at it to try to get its attention, and I'll shake my head no, and I'll do like a line across my neck, and I'm gonna pull my map out and actually point to roughly where he is, and I will make like hold my arm up like it's like a spear kind of thing, like elbow bent 90 degrees, and I'll like make basically like showing that like it's skewered, like essentially like a timeout, except
Okay.
It's a kebab.
yeah, basically I'm trying to explain to him that he's here skewered on a pike if you want to see him, and he's dead. But also at the same time, I'm showing him that I can hear and understand what he's saying. I just can't respond.
Is there dirt on the ground?
Yeah.
Because if there's dirt, I'm going to draw a picture of a dragon, and I'm just going to stab an arrow into the ground, like, in it.
Okay. So he watches you make this, and again, like, looks back at his friends. And looks at you, Gromod. And kind of like cocks his head as though to say, "Really?"
In the background, I'm nodding.
Okay. The kobold looks at the group of you and starts trying to take off down into the cave.
I
to the cave, so he runs past me.
Hang on, I have a thing, I think. Do I have a thing?
Is this the dragon's cave that we've come across?
Okay, so on that kobold, is it just the one that took off?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna point at him and I'm going to cast sleep. I am not gonna let his little ass run.
Okay, so he starts running, you cast sleep, and he just like tumbles, like he just collapses mid run and does a couple somersaults.
I'll say
Before
someone tie
eventually
him
coming to
up.
rest.
He can be useful though. He can show us where all the valuables are.
Fib ties him up very tightly.
What are the other two doing?
Should we kill the other ones?
So the other two, as that happened, and then they saw their friend get put to sleep, they both run for the bigger out.
Okay, I'm gonna let them do that. I will let them.
No.
That's fine.
As soon as I see them turn and run, I want to throw an ice knife at them.
Fuck, alright.
Yeah, I won't bother them. We have our guide. This guy volunteered.
Okay. So.
Just make it clear, don't come back.
Gotcha. Well, this might make it clear of them not to live anymore.
Entirely possible.
Kobolds are not very strong.
I did not know that.
It's
Yeah,
whatever.
well,
You will
live and
soon.
learn, right?
Yeah. Well,
Um.
some will live.
Okay. So, let's see here. Give me an attack roll for the ranged spell attack.
It's like that probably hits.
Okay. So probably I'm gonna assume Thorv's spellcasting modifier, or sorry, spell
Yep,
attack
it's
bonus
5.
is higher than 4.
It's 5.
It's
Yeah.
5. Okay. Yeah, that hits. So you hit one and like just skewer it with the ice knife, and it's like falling before the explosion even happens.
Yep.
And so then the other one, like looking over its shoulder at its recently dropped friend, then sees the explosion of ice that's now erupting out of his dead friend, and is able to duck out of the way just in time that he gets. Well, let's see. It's not half. It's just make the save or don't. So yeah, he ducks out of the way, doesn't get hurt, and slams the door behind him.
I'll look over at Thorv and I'll say, Thorv, these guys are really, really weak.
I didn't know that.
It's fine. Tell you what.
Accidental murder.
Tell you what. Be a little more gentle. Help me with this guy, but I'll probably have you lead him along. We'll just tie his arms, and essentially what I'm gonna do is I want to have him tie his arms behind him, and have like a little
He's
bit of
tied already.
and have a little
Fib
bit.
tied him.
But I want to have like a lead, so like he can run around on the end of this rope, but he can't grab anything. He can't do
You
anything.
golemed him.
So you guys hear thump, and then there's like a, I don't know, 5-second wait, and then you just hear this bell start ringing like frantically
Oh. Yeah, that's right.
from the top of the building that your kobold friend just disappeared into. And
Shit.
yeah, from deep down in the caves, anybody want to guess what you hear?
A Balrog.
Large group of kobolds.
Yeah, a tidal wave of kobolds is gonna come running out at the beginning of next session and try and fuck you up. So that's where we'll leave off next time, as you guys just hear running towards.
I can't wait to click on my javelin button and aim at the last one in a line.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Is your javelin a special javelin that
A
like
javelin of lightning.
is gonna get all of them?
It's gonna get. all
It casts a
of them.
lightning bolt in a line.
I have things that do nasty things to big groups of things too.
We're just
Yeah, I
gonna
think
watch
a
as this
good number
kobolds
of you do.
explode.
Especially the spell I just happened to have added last night.
Yeah. So all that and more next time in Tomb of Annihilation.
Next time on Fumble in the Jungle.
Fumble in the Jungle. Real quick, can we get the experience?
What experience? You think you earned XP tonight?
Yeah, the
Yeah, Groma got a new
Well,
title. That wasn't. That was just instead of experience.
Yeah. Okay, so let's split this up in a suitable fashion. We got. Yeah, okay.
but we won't level up for a very long time.
Everybody gets
We did just kill a dragon, so keep that in mind.
983 XP.
983. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's quite a bit.